Are you looking for a brand new home here in Folsom, California? Well, in this video, I'm gonna uncover Folsom's most newest communities. I'm also gonna do a full overview of Russell Ranch, which is one of Folsom's biggest and fastest development communities going on. So let's get into it. Folsom's newest homes right now. One thing about Russell Ranch is that it really is hillside living. A lot of the homes here in Russell Ranch, especially all this new development going on, is really alongside the hillside. So it really has that feel that you're going up into the foothills, which Folsom and El Dorado Hills is really notable for. If you're not familiar with Russell Ranch, it's right here just outside of Folsom Ranch. And Folsom Ranch, of course, is the notable brand new development area here in Folsom, California. We have a lot of videos on that as well. So if you'd like to learn more about these new development areas, I'm gonna link those right down below. All right, here we are in front of the new Sterling Hills community. Now we're in Russell Ranch, kind of on the backside of Russell Ranch, where there's been a lot developing. The more notable areas that you'd hear about here are gonna be like Folsom Ranch or White Rock Springs has been more in development. But this is gonna be a little bit further out, and way back there on the hill behind us is gonna be already El Dorado Hills. But the beautiful thing about this location is it kind of backs up to a preserve, if you will. So there's some really nice lots with views. And of course, they've got some bigger homes here. There's a few communities right next door to each other. And this one in particular, Sterling Hills, we're gonna be covering this floor plan right here. Now this is one over 3,100 square feet, and there's another one over 3,000 right here. So just depending what you're looking for, they have smaller and bigger homes for this community. And this one specifically has the next gen suite with a 3-car garage. So I know some people are gonna really want that. So we're gonna go inside and show you this home. All right, welcome inside the 3131 floor plan. Now, of course, the floor plan speaks for itself on the square footage. Now this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, but it's also got the next gen suite, and that's really what makes this home special and stand out. So that's gonna add you another bedroom and another full bath with a private living area. I'll get into that here in a little bit, but here off the entrance, you can see it's got a nice wide hallway, very inviting floor plan. And right away, it kind of flows straight into this main living quarters. Now this is a very similar floor plan that they've had at other communities here in Russell Ranch. So I'm just gonna kind of show you really quickly around here. Now you got this nice open size living space. Not terribly huge. Honestly, for a home over 3,000 square feet, I think it would be a little bit bigger, but for some people it would still work, and the sectional couch still works there as well. But it does flow into this nice white and bright kitchen. As you can see, the cabinets here, you got the elongated cabinets up top. Those almost look like a 42-inch from here. I could be wrong on that, but still very nice cabinetry. I know that you can do some customization and designs with that, with Lennar, with the flooring and some design features here and there. But one cool thing that was noted to me about this community is that they're also offering some appliances to be included, like the refrigerator. You do have almost like a double stack look here, but it is a microwave on top with an oven down below. I know some of these things can be customizable. And you have your main range here as well. Now here on this one, it looks like they installed the cafe burners. You have more of like a chef grade burner, if you will, right there at the top. And I love the open hood right there, giving it more of a modern, sleek look. Now here you have your dining area. You do have a covered patio off the back right here with like a California fireplace. But I'm gonna take you upstairs really quickly and I'll show you a better view. Now over here off the left side, you'll have your garage, which is gonna be flowing right here with a powder room as well. That's gonna be your half bath. Now on these homes, some of them come with a 2-car, some with a 3-car, and I believe this one is the 3-car bay. So that is a good thing as well. Now, heading over here, you have the next gen suite. Now this is really what makes this house stand out. They have a few next gen options. There is one floor plan that is bigger than this one. They currently don't have it modeled, but I wanted to show you this. At least you can see what you can get with the next gen. And you do have like a totally separate living quarters. Now this door is open glass, I get that, but usually you'd have a fully covered door right there, cabinets right here. You could have a little cooktop if you wanted to, maybe like a convection oven. You have a little dining area right here. And then of course, a pretty nice size area to fit a sectional couch just like this. So I think this is a great setup. One cool thing about this is you also have a separate access right here. So if you wanted someone to enter on the left side of the home, the way this is set up, you'd have your front door right here, and I'll just kind of show you. Boom. And then you could get into the backyard or just from the side of the house. So I think that's really cool. And then flowing this way, this would be your washer and dryer hookups. So it kind of has like a closet feel. You have your linens here, a full bedroom, which is really nice. And then of course the sliding door closets. I like how I said full bedroom, you're like, and then you have the full bath right there as well. Now let's head on upstairs really quickly. Now up here you have a nice loft. Bringing in some natural light. You have 3 windows up top, bringing in light from the front of the home. You have a laundry room up here as well. And just making a note, you did have that laundry room in the next gen, so this is nice to have it upstairs, kind of separated, where most of the living is going to be done by the main part of the house, I guess, if you will. And then of course the owner's suite. Now this is a pretty big owner's suite, I would say. Very spacious, and I love that it kind of backs up to the backyard. Plenty of windows, and there's just a beautiful view out here. I don't know if the camera's going to catch it. But beautiful view all the way down that hill right there is going to be already El Dorado Hills and the town center. You can see it from here. I know the camera doesn't do it justice, but some of these homes, especially if you could get the one with the view, I mean, they are beautiful. Rectangle soaking tub right here. Again, backing up to that beautiful backyard, a lot of natural light coming in here. And then you have your powder room right here. And into a very big oversized closet with windows as well. So you get natural light in the morning as you're getting ready for the day. So community number 1 is Sterling Hills at Russell Ranch by Lennar Homes. Now Lennar is a pretty notable builder here in Russell Ranch and really Folsom in general, one of the biggest builders I would say in Sacramento. The price range of Sterling Hills is starting from the low 800s into the 900s. And the price points can vary here because a lot of the homes can have views or back up to a nature preserve or an open space. This of course would make the lot more desirable and more expensive in general. Now the tax rate here is 1.32%. The Melrose and special assessments are running just about $325 per month. The HOA is running from about $202 to $299 per month currently, but they are saying that that's going to drop down closer to $201 per month once the community is fully developed. This HOA fee will include your access to the Russell Ranch house as well. So Russell Ranch is home to the Russell House, and this is really a community feature, basically a clubhouse for the overall community. And this is really what makes Russell Ranch so special and so different than some of the other new development communities here in Folsom, California. The Russell House is home to a pool, spa, cabanas, an outdoor barbecue, and most importantly, it's located right on the hillside. So in the summer evenings, you can get an amazing sunset view overlooking the valley towards Sacramento. And what really makes this stand out is that the community can get together here, and everyone is part of the HOA, but you have so many amenities included in your HOA that a lot of people would choose to live in Russell Ranch, especially if a pool or a community feel is very important to them. It also has a great kids game room. It's got multi-purpose rooms. So if you're looking to bring the family together or get to know some of your neighbors, I think this is a great community feature here in Russell Ranch. All right, here we are in front of the Silver Knoll community. Now this community is right next door to their other brand new community. So if you're in the area, you're gonna be able to tour all of these at once. But this one has 5 different floor plans ranging from about 2,300 to over 2,900 square feet. Now the difference with this one is they're all 2-story, but you still get access to some amazing views. And of course, you're in the most premium area to live in here in Russell Ranch. So as you can see, it's just developing like crazy around here. And we're gonna show you just 1 or 2 of these model homes just to give you a taste, an idea of what these homes have to offer. All right, here we are in the residence 2793. Now this is a 2-story home with 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It does have a downstairs bedroom and it's got a 2-car garage. So we're gonna show you this home. Now, one thing that stood out about this home to me was really the flow. And I pay attention a lot to the flow and I like functionality inside the home. And one thing that really stands out to me is more than just all the little features is that having a downstairs bedroom I think is key, as I've mentioned before in other videos. So having a downstairs bedroom like this and also a full bath is just such a great option for people who are gonna be staying with you, guests, maybe in-laws, or just an office feature. Now here off the right-hand side, that'd be your entrance into the home. And as we step in this way, I just love the way this living room opens up right here. It's kind of an inviting place if people are hanging out, sitting on the couch, watching the game. It's kind of like you walk right into that, and the TV is on the opposite wall, so it's great. So it's a great way to invite guests and have people coming over for events. Now flowing over this way, I love this, the nice white and bright kitchen, but it also has a view glaring into the backyard, and some of these homes have views and just really premium lots. So of course that's gonna go a long way. I love these shaker cabinets. Let's give them a little test here. Okay, but one thing I'm noticing is you don't have soft close here. So that, in my opinion, is a big downer. So just keep in mind of that. I'll double check this one as well. Soft close there. Okay, so just these upper ones, that one kind of slammed. Maybe that's just an off one, but just to kind of continue with this, you're gonna wanna do stuff like that, by the way. I know I do a lot of model home tours, but when you get into a house, you're gonna wanna open the windows, gonna wanna open all the cabinets and stuff like that. We do that all the time for clients. We tell them, hey, this is how certain builders are, and you know, there's different pros and cons with each builder. But as you can see here with the appliances and everything, it's pretty standard. A lot of the Lennar stuff is kind of similar packages. You do get a pantry right here as well. Fridge is kind of off to the right here, which I kind of like. It's a little bit out of the way. And then of course you still have a beautiful island. So I love that this one specifically has a lot of seating here. So again, back to the kind of entertainment for a home this size, running about 2,700 square feet. I think this is a great floor plan, especially on the downstairs portion. We got a lot of windows coming in this way. Now the sun is on our opposite side of the house, so it does feel a little bit dark right now, but I'm sure in the morning it is just light and bright the way that this house is positioned. You can see that you have a covered kind of patio here leading to a balcony up top, which I'll show you guys. One thing I do like is that they put in this kind of lighter colored LVP flooring. Now, if you're not familiar with LVP, that's a luxury vinyl plank. It tends to be really water resistant. Some even market it as waterproof. Of course, you'd never want water sitting too long, but that is great. And it's nice, especially with pets and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy care. Now up here, you do get a loft. As you can see, it already feels a little bit brighter in here. At least for me, it does. I know the camera always responds a little bit differently. You get a sliding glass door out here, and it flows into the owner's suite, kind of tucked away in the back right side of the home. I love this. It's got a gorgeous view, and I've been talking about views in this area of Russell Ranch for so long, but you can see why. Look how beautiful it is out here. And so you really get that hillside living, that taste of the foothills. Here in Folsom, California, this is why people move here, is just beautiful. And right now, being springtime, everything is green around you, so it's a really beautiful time to be visiting. And on that note, if you guys ever do want to come into town, if you're relocating to Sacramento, I'd love to see some new homes, reach out to our team down below. We'd love to assist you. We are your relocation specialists here in Sacramento. We help people do it all the time. You have a pretty nice big walk-in closet. I like the white robes. Get some window over the bathtub area, nice soaking tub with a shower. And you still get the dual sinks, of course. But one thing here is they're not really separated like some of the other model homes. You'll see that they're completely on opposite ends of the bathroom, which is more of my preference. But of course, in a space like this, it still works. I still think it's gonna be enough counter space for most people. Now, when I was looking at the pricing for a home like this, currently, this one is pushing that $845,000 mark. So in the mid 800s. Now the prices can vary, and that's why I don't wanna get too particular here for this video, but I would expect for this size home, it's gonna be in the mid 800s as we speak. And of course, that's gonna be dependent on the lot that you get, because that will change the price quite a bit. Now, one special thing about this one is that you have this ensuite option. What that basically means is that you have a full bathroom attached to a regular sized room, which is great. So if you have an older kid in the home or somebody that kind of needs their own space with the bathroom and such, it's a great option for something like that. So you don't really have to share too much. Now over this way, you have another bedroom. Now this is facing the front of the home. It's very light and bright right now. This one actually has a walk-in closet, which is really cool. And it's got its own window.
seems like this hall just keeps offering more and more rooms. And then you have another bedroom here. So you can see a lot of bedrooms compacted into this house, being under 3,000 square feet. If you have a bigger family or need the bedrooms, this is, I think, a great option for most people. Now here you have the full bath, of course, the dual sinks. I like they did the little tile down there. And then of course it does have the separate door. I know a lot of the models don't include the door, but you'd have the door here and it still separates to the shower and the loo, which is great for people sharing the bathroom. One final thing I want to note on this model is going to be the laundry room. So it's up here kind of in the middle of the living area. It does back up to the owner's suite, so that's something you might want to consider if you run the washer and dryer at night and you like to sleep. Might be a little close, but of course with modern washer and dryers, I don't think that's going to be too big of an issue, but just something to consider.
So let's hop into community number 2. Now this is Silver Knoll at Russell Ranch by Lennar Homes. Now this community is literally just next door to Sterling Hills, so they're pretty walkable and interconnected. The location is relatively close to each other. Now the great thing about this location, in my opinion, is it's more on the back side of Russell Ranch, whereas Russell Ranch has been more developed closer to the Highway 50 side. I would say this is more inland if you look at a map. Also, from the view of these two communities, as you look out the back, you're gonna have a beautiful view of El Dorado Hills beginning. So it's a really nice portion of this newer Folsom, California development. Now for Silver Knoll, the price range currently is starting in the high 700s into the mid 800s. The tax rate is running about 1.32%. The Melrose and special assessments are running about $325 per month. And the HOA is very similar, between $202 to $299 a month currently, with that expected to drop down. And it's also going to include access to the Russell Ranch house. Now, what's great about these brand new communities by Lennar specifically is they have a feature called Next Gen. So in most of their communities, in fact, the communities that we're going to be overviewing here have at least 1 or 2 next gen models. Now, what is a next gen model? It's basically a separate in-law quarters or a guest suite where you have your separate kitchen area, a little living area, sometimes even a washer and dryer included, a separate bedroom, and a separate full bathroom. This will also have access from an exterior door, which gives you that privacy. So it's almost like having 2 living areas within one house. So this is a great feature for people looking to have maybe their parents live with them or a second generation living with them, or even have some sort of rental space associated with the place that you're living. So a lot of people are really interested in these next gen options. So if that's something you're looking forward to, there's a lot of options here. Now, community number 3, this is Brass Point 2 at Russell Ranch. Now, what makes this one a little bit different is that it's just opening up, so it's not as developed as the other 2. But what's cool about Brass Point is they've already actually developed a community that's closer to the Highway 50 side of Russell Ranch, if I could put it that way. So they're gonna basically do a new development closer to this newer part of Russell Ranch, which I really like. It's a little bit on the further back end side. And what's great about Brass Point 2 is that it's gonna be relatively the same, but it's just gonna be a different location.
Here we are at the Residence 3008. Now this one is a 2-story home with 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. It's got a covered patio, and of course a pretty big owner's suite. Now this one does have a 2-car garage with a storage, so almost like a tandem setup. But the nice thing about this is that not having the next gen suite, you have a little bit more living space in the house on this one. So as you can see right here, the kitchen to me looks a little bit more open. I kind of like the flow of this one in particular, even though it's not the biggest model, but I just think that this one shows well and it has a really good flow to it. Now over here you have a really nice oversized island. The one thing I wish on this one is I do wish it had a little bit more depth to it, but this will still work for the space that it does have. It's still plenty of countertop space, as you can see. They got the gas burner still with the cafe appliances. I really like that. And one thing you'll see here is that they have the pretty, I guess, well-sized pantry. It's a little awkward as far as shape because it does go under the staircase, so it does feel a little tight in there. But as far as just for plain storage, I think it could work. I just wish it had a little bit more openness to it. Now, one thing right here is you can see you got your commercial grade fridge, which is really nice. You got the microwave on top, you still have the oven down below, so it still gives you 2 full-size ovens here. But speaking of that countertop space that I was mentioning earlier, you still have a flow of countertop space all the way here, which is great if you're hosting. You can kind of set out the extra stuff for the dining set, which is really nice. Some of these lots are definitely a little bit bigger on this model in particular. I hope you can see it. You do have a covered patio. Unfortunately, they locked the backyard, so I'll try to get you some footage to kind of show you that. But I love this living space. I love the way they've done the stone on the back wall here. It really has a nice touch. This one feels a lot warmer than some of the other models. I think they did a great job on this one. Now, stepping over here, this is where your garage would typically enter the home. I know some people like the entrance to be more towards the kitchen side, just because of functionality. When you're coming in with all the groceries after a long day, it's just a lot quicker to get them in the fridge and in the pantry. But one great thing about this house, if you guys have been watching my channel, you know I love having a downstairs bedroom, especially if you're getting a house 2-story, pushing the 3,000 square foot mark. You have to have a downstairs bedroom, and this one has a really nice size to it as well. I think it's cozy. It could also be transferred, you know, like into an office or something like that if you wanted to, and you still get the full bath downstairs as well. So that's a nice touch. Now let's head on upstairs. A lot of the stuff that you'll see in the model homes is typically included in the prices that you'll see with Lennar. But you know, when you're gonna be changing the flooring or things like that, then the price can definitely go up. And of course, if you choose to go with a home with a lot or that has a special lot or a view, then of course it can increase. Now here upstairs, you have a good sized loft, I would say. Kind of opens up right into the loft. It's a little bit interesting. It's like a big rectangle up here. And then it has this almost division with the staircase in the mid space. So some people may like that, some people may not. I think it's still a good sized loft. I think just the flow of it is a little bit interesting. I think open railing here would do it a little bit more service and kind of give it a more open feel. Now right here, you do have the laundry. Of course, plenty of space in here if you wanted to add more cabinets, things of that nature. And of course, here's that grand owner suite. Now look at this suite, it's huge. Nice oversized living space in here. And I really wanted to show you this view because that's what these homes have here in Russell Ranch. You're in the foothills, or the beginning of the foothills, but just back there, way down that hill, you already see El Dorado Hills. It's a beautiful location. There are the other model homes right across the way. I like this, that you have the dual separation here. I think that's really nice. You got the little makeup counter as well. I think some people would appreciate that. And then this is interesting. You have almost like closet doors into this huge closet right here.
Now the price point is currently starting in the high 700s into the low millions, with the tax rate running about 1.32%. The Melrose and special assessments are currently running anywhere from about $228 to $345 per month, with the HOA being very similar to the other communities in between $202 to $299 per month. Of course, access to the Russell Ranch house. Now, I know we've already reviewed a lot of communities in this video, but I want to add on a few quick ones that we're not going to go too much in detail, but I just thought you should know about them. There is another new community. Now, it's not in Russell Ranch, but it's just outside of it in Folsom Ranch, and Lennar is coming out with Rockcress 2 at Folsom Ranch. Now, these homes are going to be a little bit more affordable than what we've talked about so far. These homes are going to be starting in the lower to mid 600s into the 700s mark, and they're also going to be running anywhere from about 1,632 to over 2,024 square feet. So if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable here in the Folsom area, this is going to be a great new community that's just about to start selling as well. And not only that, if you're looking for something a little bit more luxury and a little bit higher on the price point, then I'd probably consider something like Platinum Peak. Now, Platinum Peak is almost like Lennar's luxury community here in Russell Ranch. It's got amazing views and it's been around for a little while. These homes are going to start in the low to mid $1 million price point, but the views are exceptional and one of the best here in Folsom, California. And if you're interested in a luxury community like this, I've already reviewed those before, so I'm going to link those down below. Make sure to check those out. Now, I know in this video we've mainly covered Lennar homes, but you shouldn't worry about that. There's actually a lot of other brand new developments and builders in the area. In fact, there's too many to name in one video. So if you're looking for a brand new home here in Folsom or in the greater Sacramento area, my team and I specialize in new construction homes all over Sacramento. If there's any way that we can help you out or be your real estate resource of choice, give us a call or text down below. We'd love to simplify the process for you. We've helped dozens and dozens of families relocate here into the area and buy brand new homes, and we'd like to help you as well. Give us a call or text. Our information is right down below. And also, if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the brand new homes here in Sacramento, please consider subscribing to this channel as we come out with brand new videos every single week. Well, it's been a pleasure uncovering all these brand new homes coming into Russell Ranch here in Folsom, California. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. But for now, my name is Sam with Golovey Real Estate. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.